scream or something.
I'm not a loud talker either.
I got no levels. There we go. There it is.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to need you to project, Matt.
All right, everybody, we good?
Yeah.
All right, we've got wide receiver Matt Miller here. We'll open up the questions right away.
Well, Matt, you've had like 30 hours. You're an expert on UConn yet. What can you tell us about UConn and their defense?
They're a big physical defense. They're kind of basic with what they do, but what they do it pretty well. Some of you, like I say every week, if we don't come in there with our A game, it's going to be a long day for us.
This is a team you guys obviously never played around here. You guys like that? Do you get it? You guys sort of mix it up a little bit once in a while, see somebody new?
Yeah, to a point it is, but at the same time it's a little nerve-wracking too. It's somewhere we've never been before, so you're not familiar with the area or even the air travel. That's a long flight for us. So some of that stuff's a little nerve-wracking, but it's also fun to go see something, part of the country you probably wouldn't see if you didn't play this game.
You guys don't play these early morning games, or at least early morning our time games very often. How hard is that for you to get up and get ready to go for a kickoff that's that early?
I don't think it's very hard. You kind of prepare yourself throughout the week, waking up earlier, and you kind of getting used to that. I'm an early morning guy anyway, so it's easier for me. Some of the other guys who like to sleep might be a little tougher.
Which game? So do you like that better than the 8:15 games?
I love the morning games a lot more than the 8:15 games. I think those games just kind of drag on and on and on. But I like getting up and getting after it in the morning.
You guys going Thursday?
Yep.
What do you think about going the extra day early again and just that whole change to a normal road trip?
I think it helps us a lot going a little earlier. It kind of makes the week a little more crunched in time and practice, preparation and stuff like that. But I think it helps getting there, kind of seeing your surroundings, being familiar with the area, the time change, and it helps out in the long run.
You mentioned the long flight. I mean, this one's probably longer than the Atlanta one, and that's 2 out of your first 2 road trips. Just how much of a challenge and adjustment is that? Because most of these other road trips are pretty short.
Yeah, I think you just have a plan going into the plane ride. Bring homework, bring some film study, bring your notes for the opponent, and you even take a nap. Just plan it out and have that kind of dialed up and be efficient through that whole plane ride.
When you look back at the film of this past week's game as a whole on the offensive side of the ball, what do you guys think you improved on the most from Ole Miss, and what would you like to work on the most for UConn?
I think our mentality changed a lot. We just had that attacking mentality. I think what we can fix is there's a lot of small little details that we've cleaned up and score more points in the red zone. We still are not where we want to be in the red zone. So if we clean up those small little things, we would be a very good offense.
Matt, get back to the early kickoffs. Do you have to change your schedules at all? And like that night before, like pregame anxiety at all? Like how hard is it to settle so you can get down to bed a little bit earlier?
I don't change anything. I just go about my own business like it's the night before a game is pretty much the same, whatever time you play the next day. The only thing is the pregame meal is a little earlier in the day. It's a breakfast instead of a dinner type meal. But other than that, nothing's going to change.
You guys went to the Hall of Fame in Atlanta. You do anything on Friday just to break up the day and go do something, or are you guys just hanging out at the hotel? Or?
As far as I know, I think we're just hanging at the hotel, unless Coach Harsin has something up his sleeve. But I'm not sure.
I think this is 2 years in a row after the Colorado State game. The coaches have said we decided we needed to get Matt the ball, so we found ways to get him the ball. Do you notice that difference? I mean, do they come to you and say, "Hey, we're gonna try to get you the ball more this week"? Or?
I can kind of tell this in the game plan from last week that we were trying to get me the ball a little bit more. But they didn't flat out come and say, we're gonna try to get you the ball. It's kind of on my own shoulders when my number's called to go make a play.
Do you ever say anything? Hey, I wasn't a big enough part of the game plan last week. I mean, do you ever bring it up? Or?
No, I don't. As long as we win, I'm gonna be happy.
I know you don't care about stats, but is there a stat out there that you might consider, whether it be like a blocking stat or anything like that you want to that you emphasize well after a game or anything?
No, as long as we win the game, I'm gonna be happy.
All right. How about we talked about Grant a little bit. What type of toughness does he show? And I mean, for his size, he always seems like he's kind of leaning into hits at the end. How tough is he?
No, Grant's a really tough guy, physically and mentally. I think you gotta be both to play that quarterback position. A lot of those guys, they take a lot of hits throughout the game, and a lot of people don't even realize it. And I think Grant, is one of the toughest guys on the team.
So when you're out there on the field and you've got Grant running, he ran for 80 yards.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that help when the quarterback runs and loosen things up? Can you tell?
I think as a whole new dynamic to our offense when Grant's out there running. You got to worry about him running and throwing, and then Jay running the ball as well. That's a lot of stuff to worry about if you're a defense.
When it comes to a quarterback taking contact like that, does that do anything to you guys as an offense? Because I noticed after the one near the goal line, you were one of the first guys over and give him a pretty aggressive high five after that.
Oh yeah, I was pretty fired up after that, just because that was a great play by Grant. I was hoping he was going to get in the score for that one, but I think he got the quarterback sneak the next play. But yeah, I was excited about that, and I think it just, as a wide receiver, it makes you want to block more because you got to protect that guy because Grant's a very vital part of this offense.
Jay's had a pretty big workload the last 2 games. Is he the type of guy you think can sustain that type of workload the whole season?
I think so. I think a lot of that credit's got to go to Coach Pittman. With our offseason training, he's prepared us to go through this whole season playing like this, grinding through it, and Jay's the type of guy who can definitely do it.
Is he the type of guy that you can tell wants that workload, wants the ball in his hands?
He is. He's just that kind of type of mentality. His personality. He likes to have the ball in his hands, and obviously when the ball is in his hands, it's a good thing for the Broncos.
Matt, what sort of exciting stuff do you do outside of football? What gets you worked up?
Not a whole lot gets me worked up. I'm pretty even-keeled throughout everything. When I go home, I like to do some ranch work, rope and stuff like that. But other than that, I like to just relax and hang out with my friends.
How did you get into the role of holding extra points?
Say that again?
How did you become the guy to hold extra points? That's something that the wide receiver would do.
Yeah, I got volunteered by Coach Brent Pease a few years back, and it was in the spring, and it kind of stuck ever since then.
Going back to the early start time, you said personally it won't bother you. Is that because of kind of the way you were raised and what you like to do in your off time?
Oh, I think so. I think just, some people are morning people, some people are late night guys, and I'm just a morning guy. So.
You see sometimes these early kickoff games where teams kind of try to sleepwalk through the first half, and kind of they're not used to this. You got to put extra emphasis on trying to start strong and come out with the energy in this game.
Yeah, and the good thing for us is we want to start strong every game. We want to start fast and get after it, and so it's not going to change anything for us with that mentality. If it's a morning game or a night game, it's kind of the same mentality. We want to get out there, start fast, and get things rolling.
You guys have traditionally been very good away from home and not so much here the last season plus. Well, have you noticed anything different, or just the teams you played, or why have you guys not been able to win so much away from home?
I think some has to do with the teams we played. I mean, last year, our road games, we had a lot of tough opponents on the road. We should have won some of those games too, and I think with our mentality change, we would have won some of those games. So that's the big kind of key for us, is that mentality to go out there and attack, start fast, and get things rolling early and kind of sustain that through the whole game.
If the mentality is attack this year, what was it last year?
Obviously not attack.
Last year, all the attention about the targeting rule, and we barely saw it. This year, not as much attention on it, and already twice we've seen ejections. Are defenders taking more chances, or just fluke that it's happened twice already this season? Or?
No, I don't know if they're taking more chances or not. You just kind of have to ask the defensive guy that question. But I think it's kind of this, the game's so fast, sometimes this happens. And, unfortunately, Grant's taken both those shots the last 2 weeks, and hopefully he doesn't take any more this season.
You guys talk about wanting to start strong, but any attention placed on the last game to where, you guys were not necessarily attention, but you kind of had to take it off a little bit, try to run the clock down. Any concern about that fourth quarter and finishing like that?
No, I mean, we want to start strong. We want to finish strong too, and that's both points of emphasis for us. I don't think we finished the game on Saturday the way we should have. So I think this week in practice is going to be an emphasis, is finishing the practices so we can carry it over into the games.